everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Dalia and I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day today. So today's video is going to be a terraforming and decorating video. I'm so excited. I'm finally going to really start terraforming and decorating my island to the way that I want it to be, and I thought that the best place to start would be the island entrance. So I really hope you guys enjoy. I'll be coming back through various parts of the video just to talk about what I'm doing or the plans that I had. So I hope that you guys enjoy, and let's just get started. Of course, one of the first things I had to do when starting this terraforming was to go to the Able Sisters and look up a new path for the fall. I'm so excited that it's finally fall in the game, both the game and in real life. I love fall, it's my favorite time of year. So I had to go to Able Sisters and get a more fall autumn version of the path that I'm currently using. I tried out a few and I will list the one that I chose to use in the description below, but I'm quite happy with the one I chose. There's honestly so many different versions of the path now, so many amazing different ones that can be used throughout any of the seasons in the game, and the ones that they have available for the autumn are really amazing. They range from having leaf designs to mushrooms, and just like, it's just really amazing. It's fantastic what people are capable of coming up with, and I'm really happy with the one that I chose. I think that it works perfectly with the colors that I want to go with, and I know when the leaves on the trees change with the color of the grass, it's going to look really nice. It's going to be a really nice contrast. So going into this build, I was kind of going in with the general idea that I wanted there to be terraforming going along either side of the entrance. I have a lot of space between the airport and the resident services, so I wanted there to be a long path that winded up towards it. And then I wanted there to be terraforming either with second or third tier levels going along either side. So after a lot of struggle, I did eventually find a layout that I was happy with. I do tweak it here and there a couple more times as I start adding items around later on, but for the most part, I was quite happy with the way that it looks. I think it's big enough to be able to walk through without any issue or problem, but it still does seem rather cozy. And once I add trees and items and furniture around, it'll feel a lot more filled in. I'm decorating with a lot of ideas in mind of making it not very cluttered, but kind of like organized chaos. Like I want it to feel filled in, but I want the pathways to still be open so that people can run, myself included, without any issue or problem. Also, you'll notice in this video that I had a lot of trouble at the very beginning with my villagers getting in the way of the terraforming. It's so funny how it's only when you're decorating or terraforming that your villagers honestly want to hang out with you. And if you hang out around resident services, especially for an extended period of time, you will talk to your villagers a ton. Either you going up to them or them running up to you, or you'll see them having various conversations with each other as well. It's so funny to see, just like, you can go days without your villagers coming up to you if you're just running around your own island, but the second you're busy doing something, then suddenly they want to talk to you. Or even worse, when they are sitting or standing right where you need to terraform, so you kind of have to like move them out of the way. Like you see in this video, the amount of times that a villager like stepped in front of me and I had to like gently push them to move so I could terraform it's so funny. I also wanted to include a water fixture of some kind. I really like the waterfalls, but they can be really loud, so I only want to make sure that I'm including them in certain areas and that there's other areas that are separate from it that you don't hear the sound of them. So I wanted to include a small water area, possibly with a bridge connecting to it, either leading up to the resident service area or leading off to the right hand side away from the resident service area. I wasn't entirely sure, so you will see me struggle a little bit with the water terraforming and terraforming in general because I'm not the best at it, and this video will demonstrate a lot of the trial and error that comes with me terraforming, which I'm sure that you guys all experience yourself as well. The amount of times I've terraformed something and hated it and then completely destroyed it, even though it took me like an hour to put it together. I can't tell you how many times that's happened, but I'm sure that you all know what I'm talking about. And to the people who know exactly what they're terraforming and are really good at it, I commend you, because it is so hard to terraform well. Terraforming in general is difficult, but water terraforming for me is the absolute worst. No matter how much I try or how long I've been doing it, like I know how to do it, but it never seems to quite work out the way that you want it to, and you're constantly hitting the ground in the wrong way and then having to fix it, which could destroy the section that you worked so hard on in the first place. So it can be really annoying sometimes, and it's very tedious and time consuming, but it is really worth it if you end up getting the build that you really want in the end. Now for the finishing touches, I threw down some trees and flowers and some weeds here and there. I'm also including a lot of shrubs, which I didn't include in my last video, but I have added onto certain areas around the front of my house. So if you haven't checked out that video of me terraforming the entrance to my home, please check it out. It will be in the description below. I also did say in that previous video that I wanted to focus using the flowers that are mainly white, blue, and purple, but as we're kind of going into the more fall months, I've kind of changed my mind and decided that I'm honestly just going to use whatever color I choose. There will be certain areas I'm sure that will focus on a certain color of flower or have certain shrubs that have a certain flower color on them as well, but for the most part, I'm honestly open to just using whatever flowers suit the area best. My island is going to be really mix matched with the furniture I use, and the mix matched of flowers I think will just add to the more natural and believable like feel that I'm going for. I want it to be very natural and not very structured in how it looks. So with that idea in mind, I honestly am just going to put down flowers that I think look pretty regardless of the color or the type. There are certain flowers that I will be using a lot of, and you'll probably see that in both this video and others, and that are mainly the mums and the hyacinth, because those are my two favorite flowers in the game. But I will also be using like cosmos and lilies and tulips, a couple of windflowers, which are my native flowers, so I'm sure I'll incorporate those as well. And I'm also going to be using both trees, both from the pine and the cedar trees. I wanted to mainly just use pine trees, but I feel like it looks a little bit better, especially with the colors of the leaves eventually going to change on the cedar trees. I think that it'll look really nice, and it adds additional pop of color, more so than just the items and the flowers and stuff that you place down as well. So the items like furniture I will be using primarily in my entrance, but also across the majority of my island will probably be the mush items. They're my favorite DIY set in the whole game. And now with fall coming up, I think it's the perfect time to start decorating and using them. So you will see a lot of mush items, especially the stools and the lamps, be used across both in this video and in many other future decorating videos to come as well. But I will of course be throwing in like tons of other furniture, both ones that you can get through Nook's Cranny as well as DIYs as well, because like I said, I want everything to be really mixed matched and not cohesive with each other. So you will see me using a lot of mush items, but I will also be incorporating tons of other items. Also, please don't mind the absolute mess that my island is right now. I'm kind of overgrown with flowers, as you're probably gonna see from this video. This isn't even a small section of it. There's tons of flowers on the other side of my island as well. I kind of let them go crazy because I do know that I will need them for decorating, but they've kind of gotten a little bit out of hand now, so I will have to deal with that. But for the time being, please don't mind the absolute mess. I guarantee you this will not be staying. I will take care of them eventually, but for the time being, they just unfortunately have to stay like this. Alright, so that's it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I know it's a little bit of a longer one. I had to edit a lot of it out actually. It was meant to be very longer, but I wanted to make sure that it was enjoyable to watch and wasn't like a 2-hour terraforming video. That being said, I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I love the way that it turned out, and I really hope that I managed to put my whole island together kind of in a similar fashion to the way that I decorated this. I will be tackling, I believe, my campsite next, and then we'll be working kind of clockwise around the island as we start to decorate. I'm not sure if I want to work in a certain section or just kind of go with the flow of the island as I start to put everything together, but we're gonna see as we kind of go along what I choose to do. But yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed. Please let me know by leaving a like or even commenting, and please don't hesitate to subscribe if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more decorating videos. Like I said, I have a whole island left to decorate, and I'm really excited to show you guys what I end up doing with it. So I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys later. Bye!